This is always the goal, but how does it actually start? You're going to put all of your starter and your water together. You want it to be nice and bubbly, active starter. I did a double batch here, so it's 700 of water and 250 of active starter. You're going to mix that until it becomes pretty frothy and bubbly. Now I'm going to add in my King Arthur bread flour. For this double batch, it's 1,050 grams of flour. Next, you're going to add 20 grams of salt. I love to use the pink Himalayan salt, finely ground, and it just mixes up really nice. This is where you're going to take your dough whisk and really whisk until you're past shaggy. A lot of recipes say, or a lot of people say, that you should stop at shaggy dough, but all of my experience has shown the more you work the dough at the beginning, the stronger the gluten will be throughout. This is where some people like to just get their hands in there and go hands-on with gluten development. I feel like the dough whisk does a really good job of stretching and folding over even at this very early stage. I'll also take my scraper and start to scrape the sides of the bowl. Once it's ready to go, we'll wait an hour so it can really hydrate and start to build that gluten. This is our first round of stretch and folds. You're just going to pull up until you start to have a little bit of a tension, and then you're going to let it go back over itself. Fold until you feel like it's not giving up anymore and it's kind of starting to fight back. This might take more than 4 times around the bowl. This is the second round of stretch and folds. As you notice, it's already gotten some gluten development and really holding to itself. We want to leave it alone for another 30 minutes before our next round. On the third round of stretch and folds, I switched to coil folds. It just helps keep the dough organized and starts to smooth out that gluten structure. At this point, she's really building some gluten structure, so I like to tuck her in and tell her she's doing a good job. This is the final set of stretch and folds. Also, I do a coil fold still. As you can see, it has really developed some gluten structure. And as you do a fold, it gets that little booty shape on the end, and you're just going to want to tuck that in and tuck her in for a long rest and tell her to do a good job with a pep talk. Look how well she did. The cover comes right off, doesn't stick at all. She's able to start pulling away from the sides without any sticking to the actual bowl or to your fingers. And look at that jiggle. That is my favorite part. The dough doesn't come off on my finger and it pulls away easily. Again, look at that jiggle. A high five for a job well done, and now we get ready to shape.